What's up, peeps? I'm out here outside a SuperTraining gym, the strongest gym in the West. And in the background here, we have my YouTube tower. That'll be greatly missed, and it's going to be really hard to fucking try to figure out how we're going to transmit everything to the world when we move into our new 20,000 square foot SuperTraining gym facility. I'm going to show you guys something really complicated that I've been working on lately, and it's this right here. Putting one foot in front of the other foot. Something that you learn to do when you're about 1 year old, and something that many people can do all the way up until the day they die. Walking is simple, easy to do, effective, and also it can fit into your schedule pretty easy. I'd advise you start with about 2 10-minute walks per week, and you work your way up into getting in several 10-minute walks, or you could simply add a few minutes to each walk that you do. But you guys heard me talk about it before. You've seen on Mark Smellybell's Instagram. You've seen me talking about it. You've seen me walking about it, talking about it, doing the whole thing. And you see me promoting these walks. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. Nothing's being sold here except for trying to make the world a better place to live and trying to make America less fucking fat. Almost everybody's too fat, and it's time that we start to fight against it. I've had somebody recently say, "Why are you demonizing sugar?" on my Instagram. And I thought to myself, you know what, motherfucker? Sugar should be demonized because it's addictive and because it's ruining a lot of people's lives. It's not just the sugar, it's the excess calories and a lot of other things associated with it. But what's the most addicting thing is the sugar. When you combine sugars with fats and you end up with things like ice cream and shit like pizza, those are some of the most addicting things that we have. And it's just time to educate people about them. It's time to... Sugar doesn't mean you have to avoid sugar all the time. It just means that we need to be aware of what we're putting into our bodies. We need to stop treating ourselves like shit. Treat yourself like an athlete. Treat yourself like a professional. And one way that athletes treat themselves is to recover from their workouts and set up things that allow them to recover, such as staying hydrated, such as getting to bed on time, making sure they're getting enough rest, such as going for a walk, having an active rest. So this is helping with recovery. This is helping with our heart. This is helping with the way that we digest our food, because most of the time I'm doing these walks after I eat. And for today, this is actually my third walk of the day. I kind of ended up doing an extra one today because I got on the phone and I was like, fuck, I have a cell phone. It's a mobile phone and I can freaking move around while I have that phone. And so I just started walking. I called up my buddy Ed Koo. We've lost a soldier, man. We lost a bodybuilder. We lost an all-time great. We lost somebody who became an all-time great in a really short period of time at a very young age. And unfortunately, he also fucking died way too young. Dallas McCarver, R.I.P. I believe he's only like 26 years old. A lot of times the good die young, and I know people are going to talk about steroids. People talk about the way he lived his life and all these different things, and steroids are not healthy for you. But I don't know what he died of, so I don't want to make any accusations toward him or his family. However, I will say this is a nice message for all of us to be a little bit more careful and to understand what's important in life. Have you ever stepped outside your house and just felt the sun beating on your face? Took in the air the way The Rock would when he would get up on the top rope. Back when he was the people's champ, he'd put his arm up over his head and you go, Have you ever stopped to smell what the rock is cooking? Have you ever stopped to smell the roses? Have you ever stopped to be thankful for the shit that's in front of you, for the shit that you have? Sometimes it feels good just to walk outside your house and have some sunlight and feel that sun hitting your body. We get vitamin D from the sun. A lot of times we are all stressed out and freaked the fuck out by Facebook and Instagram and other forms of social media, Twitter, YouTube, right? I have a 13-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter, and I was talking to them about social media, and I was talking to them the dangers of it and also the beauty of it. I've made my money off the internet. I've made my money through different forms of social media. But the internet can be a dangerous place. So just when I was about to say, hey, you know what, the internet's a very dangerous place for kids, I stopped myself and just said the internet is a dangerous place. Just like walking on this freeway, it's a dangerous place to be. A little scary over here. I turn my fat ass around in a second. But the internet, not only can little kids, or kids, I should say, not only do kids have a hard time with the internet, not only do kids have a hard time with social media, but guess what? Adults have a really fucking hard time with it as well. And so be careful of the different message that we portray and the different things that we look at and different things that we care about. We should be caring about things that actually fucking matter, like having people in our lives that love us. The great Ed Cohn, the greatest powerlifter of all time, has given me advice that has kept me pretty rock solid with my relationships with the different people I interact with. And he said, be good to those who are good to you and do nothing else. Be good to those who are good to you and do nothing else. So the haters, the people that are always going to be disappointed, or the people always going to point out the problems with whatever it is. Oh, I'd like to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to go on a keto diet. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Fuck yes, you should. Oh, I was thinking about quitting my job and starting this new thing because I just want to do something different. Oh, no, man, how are you going to keep your house? How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? You shouldn't be listening to those people. Be good to those that are good to you. Be good to the people that are around you, that are surrounding you and supporting you. And speaking of that, grab some of those fat fucks and make them walk with you. I've been encouraging everybody to walk. I want you guys to walk. I want you to hashtag me when you walk. Post it up on your Instagram story. I see them. I see them all coming in all the time. My boy Clean Nation, the other day, he hashtagged me. And just to show that I appreciate him and appreciate what he did, I'm going to send him a free slingshot and a free pair of gangster wraps. In addition to that, I'm going to do a giveaway for you guys as well. Brand new ST hat, brand new slingshot, and a brand new pair of gangster wraps. I'm giving you 3 things. Tag me. Go for your 10-minute walk. Start getting your body moving better. Start feeling what it's like to be alive. Start getting in sync with your heart rate getting up. And start learning what it's like to listen to your body each and every day, and to train hard and to put in your best effort, and to always continue to put one foot in front of the other. Gratum ferociter. Step by step, ferociously, you continue to keep moving forward, no matter how slow the pace. Anyone can walk. Almost everybody has this ability. There's people with disabilities, I understand. My apologies go out to those people, but many of you don't have that excuse. Many of you have functioning limbs. So go ahead and hold it like you were, and then Gotcha. So almost everybody has the ability to go for a walk. Invite your friends, invite your family. I know you have a fat uncle that has diabetes, or you might be the fat uncle that has diabetes. Almost anybody can go on a walk. And those of you that are watching this right now and you really want to make the effort to lose some weight, I'm going to give you a couple tips right now on some things you could do that can change your body, help you lose weight, help you get started in the right direction without any actual changes to your diet. Maybe I'll throw in one small change to your diet at the end here. Number one is start to make sure you're drinking enough water. 0.67, multiply your body weight times 0.67. That's how many ounces of water you should be drinking in a day. It's a blanket statement, and I realize some need more than others. So don't give me all the fucking science on it. I already know it all. Moving on, stay hydrated. Number two is need more sleep. So people, entrepreneurs, and people are sharing this information about waking up really early. Well, waking up really early starts with getting to bed on time. Get to bed at a reasonable hour. I would say something before 10 o'clock. I know I sound like I'm old, but guess what? I'm getting there. I am old. I'm 40 years old, so my view on things might be different than yours. But if you get to bed earlier, you're going to wake up a little bit earlier, and more likely you're going to get a little bit better quality of sleep. I think that there's a reason why we have time. There's a reason why we have clocks everywhere, and there's a reason why it's all associated with the sun. So don't be a fucking vampire. Make sure you get to bed on time, and make sure you're getting some of your rest. That'll help with a lot of things, stress management and so on, a million other things. Third thing is walking. We just talked about it forever, so you already know what to do there. 10-minute walk. Make sure when you're on your walk that you hashtag 10-minute walk and tag me in it so that I know, so I can see you, so I know what you're doing. So that's number three. The fourth thing that we can do is we can utilize some intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting doesn't require any certain skill set other than to kind of tough it out a little bit for a few extra hours every day to work on, or not even every day. It will challenge you because intermittent fasting, you're using fasting for long periods of time. And it's going to challenge your mind and your brain and your body and what you're used to. You're always used to just, anytime you're hungry, you're like, oh, I'm going to go eat. And you make your whole day around eating. It's actually kind of insane. And when you're somebody that is working hard and going to school and training and doing all these different things, you might not understand how you can operate without fuel. But once you get used to it, you can operate like a motherfucker. It's actually really awesome. I'm in starvation mode right now and getting through my training session right now. And once I'm done, then I'll be able to grab some food. So utilize some intermittent fasting. Fasting periods, let's just start you out with messing around with 10 hours. That's not bad at all because you can use about 8 hours of your sleep to take up most of that time. Start to work your way into messing around with 12 hours, 14, 16. And I think the magic kind of really happens in that 16 to 18 hour range. I would also advise that you just do it about twice a week. Play around with it on a training day. Play around with it on a non-training day. Mess around with it. See where it makes the most sense for you. For me, it works out best to have it on a training day. If you're somebody that's really concerned about your strength, then I would have it on a non-training day. Again, utilize that once or twice per week. Right there you have 4 tips. Now the last one is just don't ingest any alcohol, don't ingest any sugary drinks at all. So if you are going to have alcohol, limit it to once or twice a week. And if you are going to drink, try to limit the amount of drinks that you have to just a few. I'll leave a few up to you because I know some of you guys like to really get after it. But for myself, I've been able to drink wine throughout a lot of this diet stuff that I've been doing, and I've been just fine. I've been able to go from 300 pounds to 240 pounds. The walking is going to make a big difference. Some of these little things that I'm talking to you about right now, they're going to make a big difference. Ditch your sugary drinks, ditch your sodas, no more shakes from In-N-Out Burger. Get rid of that shit. Make sure you're getting to bed on time. Keep yourself hydrated. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Get your asses moving. See you later.